I never owned a Sega Genesis growing up. In fact, I never owned any Sega systems, as the first system I ever owned was a Nintendo 64. Just a little insight into how old I am. But this fact aside, I can say that I've always been a fan of the Sonic games. Whether I was playing the games at a friend's house, or as a demo in Kmart, I have always found a great amount of enjoyment from these titles. Now, I haven't played a large amount of Sonic titles over the years, and from the ones I have played, I do prefer the ones that consist of going to the right and avoiding death. But I'll go into that another time. Taking this into consideration, it has been a while since I've played a Sonic game, so I decided to pick this game up off the Xbox Live Arcade, Sonic CD. Originally released for the Sega CD in 1993, this game has been ported to the PC in '96, the PS2 and GameCube in '05, and now for the Xbox Live Arcade and PSN in December of 2011. This game initially released to very high praise, with many people calling this game the best title for the Sega CD. Although, considering the Sega CD is dead and gone, that may not have been saying much. Regardless, I'm going to be taking a look at Sonic CD off the Xbox Live Arcade. So, is this title worth your money? Well, let's take a look and find out. As for the story of this game, well, there's not too much to talk about. Dr. Robotnik, or Eggman, or whatever he's calling himself these days, has anchored his massive airship on a planet named Miracle Planet. This Miracle Planet supposedly uses special time gems in order to manipulate time and create life. Sonic then sets off to destroy this monstrosity, and instead of freeing woodland critters this time, he ends up planting flowers. Ha! Well, anyway, at one point in the game, Sonic's quote-unquote girlfriend, Amy, is kidnapped by Robotnik's creation, Metal Sonic. So it's up to Sonic to defeat Eggman, find the time gems, and save his girlfriend/not-girlfriend. The gameplay for this title at a base level functions like most of the 2D Sonics. Along with running and jumping, you can do spin attacks, charge yourself up to run faster, you know, the usual. However, there is one aspect of this game that makes it stand out at least a little more than most Sonic titles, and that aspect is time travel. Throughout the levels, you will see switches that say past or future. By flipping these switches and running at high speeds for a short time, you will be transported to either the past or future versions of the grid level. Once you reach either the past or future, the layouts and enemy placement tend to differ. If you travel to the past and manage to find and destroy a robot generator, then when you're transported back to the future, there will be no robots to contend with. If you manage to destroy the robot generator in the 2 levels of each zone leading up to the boss fight, then the boss fight will take place in a quote-unquote good future. Overall, this game consists of 7 zones, all of which contain 3 levels apiece. After beating the normal campaign, you get to play as Sonic's good friend Miles Prower, also known as Tails. While you can't gain achievements while playing as Tails, he does change up the gameplay quite a bit with his ability to fly. Not to mention, this is also a good way to get to secret areas and add more replay value overall. Now for the reviewing. The graphics do have the look of a game from 1993, probably because this technically is a game from 1993, but that by no means makes them bad. These graphics are very well designed and colorful, and have even been cleaned up quite a bit with the release on the modern consoles. The gameplay is also very smooth. Whether you're controlling Sonic or Tails, you should have little to no trouble in maneuvering the treacherous landscapes. Although gaining momentum may be an issue on the first playthrough if you don't know how the levels work. The only real problem I can find with this game is that even with the time trials and Tails modes, this game still is fairly short. But on the other hand, this game ran me a whole $5, so I'm not necessarily losing sleep over it. So if you're a Sonic fan and haven't managed to check out this title, I would recommend doing so. This game can be found on Xbox Live, the PSN, or even the PC for $5. So until next time, this has been E-Dog, moving faster, 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 faster. See you next time.